McGimsie. He's going to help us. How are you? With the problem so many of us have.
Yep.
If you've got kids in the basement or anywhere really in the house, they might have put the elbow through. There might be a hockey stick on the wall. There might be a Barbie bashed against the wall. They're kids. They're having fun. Either way, you might have some of this situation happening on your drywall at home somewhere. And anything from the very sort of just dents to big holes, right?
So I kind of broke it into 3 types of damages you can have on your wall. So dents, right? Elbows, hockey pucks. Chances are if you don't have a door stop, the doorknob. Punctures, right? So moving. And then we have full-on damage.
Yeah, that's damage.
So these ones here are relatively easy to repair.
Yeah.
This is a bit of surgery. So that's what we're going to get into, is how to correctly fix this.
And by the way, you're in trouble, kid. Like, seriously? In the wall? Okay, so let's talk about the tools you will need to fix your own drywall. A lot of us would look at that and say, okay, I need to get help. You can actually do it yourself.
Exactly.
If you've got the right tools and the right know-how. What do you need?
So like any job, you need to have the right tools and you have the right material. So for the smaller, dents and punctures, we want to use either 20-minute mix, which you can mix by hand. That's that there in the little mud box. That'll set up in 20 minutes. You can do that on a Saturday afternoon. Really easy to fill it, sand it. We have various sanding blocks with grit.
Okay, that's all of these
things. That's that there, your sanding block. And then the bigger one there, that's pre-mixed drywall mud, the big box.
This,
It might be a bit too much for a homeowner, but we get into bigger repairs, you're going to want to use the pre-mixed stuff.
Okay.
For these little holes here, the punctures, I like to use spray foam. Now, spray foam traditionally is just for insulation, but for a hole like this, it's kind of awkward to fill it with mud, so I prefer to fill it with spray foam, let it dry, and then you can cut it flush with a utility knife, and then you can mud over top of it.
Oh, smart. That is a smart solution. A little bit easier, and you're going to get right in the spot there.
Exactly. At one point, I would stuff tissue paper in there or newspaper, but it tends to fall out. It's not really professional. So I figured spray foam's easy. Even around electrical boxes or switches, there's that weird gap. Just spray foam it. It dries. It's easy. It's really messy stuff. So you want to let it dry completely before you cut it. But getting into the more damage, this is serious wall repair. You want to cut out a section of the wall. So in most framing, the walls are centered 16 inches. So we want to be in between our studs. So to make things easy and for the magic of television, I've pre-cut a 10-inch by 10-inch square out, right? So we remove this section of busted up wall. I have a new piece already cut. We're going to put this baby in. I already put a couple pieces of wood in the back, because how do you fix a piece of drywall to a hole in drywall already? So I already put these little bits of strapping in here. Cut out our pre-piece already. Maybe you just want to hold that so that doesn't tip over for me.
So when you cut it out, what do you use to cut it out?
I'm using
the drywall?
I'm using a utility knife. I'm using a level. You want to make sure it's nice and square. So straight edge or a level. Utility.
So this is the level. This is the utility knife.
And that's a keyhole saw. So we draw a nice straight line, keyhole saw it out, put our strapping in, and then with a couple of drywall screws and a drill, we're going to screw this guy in.
And you had to put these in. Well, I shouldn't have put my hand there. You had to put these in before, so that you've got something to
hold the drywall on. Exactly. And once this gets mudded and taped, you never even know that we did this. The key is you want to, like anything, you want to use the right screws. You want to use drywall screws. You want just to countersink just below the edge of the paper, because if it doesn't, it's going to be a nightmare to sand it and tape it. So we got our screws in.
And when you're done putting that one in, I'm just going to show them what it looks like from behind here. So that
everything is spaced on 16-inch centers. So you want to be right in the middle. You want to flip that around, just look at the back of it.
So that's how it looks.
So there's our little false wall.
So he put these two in so that you've got something to put the drywall into.
You can really use anything. You can use any type of wood. I just used the 2x4 because I had leftover 2x4. Even a little bit of drywall work, wood shims, anything you have lying around.
Now, once we get to this stage, what do we need to do?
We're going to use tape. So for patches like this, I prefer to use mesh tape. It's actually adhesive, right? So we'll cut a little piece off. Let's see.
With your X-Acto knife.
With my utility knife.
Children,
sharp blades.
do not try this at home.
Sharp blades are key, right? Overlap the seams. The paper tape is more for corners and wider seams. It actually bends, so when you're doing ceilings and other seams, this is perfect for patching. Right.
Now let's pretend we've done the whole square. When you were done with the tape, what are you putting anything over top?
We're going to mud it.
We're going to mud it.
So we're going to use either our premix for something.
Do you see why I hire somebody?
So for something.
Okay, we're going to put mud on it now.
So for
it's actually a quick It's a quick process, though.
Relatively.
Relatively quick, because once you put the mud on, you got to wait for it to dry.
You do.
Okay, and then you got to sand it, right?
You got to sand it. We have to do 3 coats.
You got to paint it.
Then you got to prime it. Then you got to paint it. There's a lot of steps. For something like this, it's easy. You can use 20 minutes, sand it, you're done on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Something like this is going to take over the course of 3 days. It's not a 3-day project, but it takes 24 hours for it to cure.
Okay.
Just put a coat of mud on it.
Good stuff.
Let it cure, sand it, 3 coats, then prime, then paint.
Yeah, no, I get it. Listen, not everybody has the money or the resources to always go out and get somebody to come in and do this, and especially if it's happening regularly in your house, it makes sense to know how to do it. We can do it.